Hey everybody, it's me, Julz again, and welcome back to a long overdue episode of Julz's Comic Corner. And to make up for my long absence from the Comic Corner, I am covering Convergence. It's here, and I have sampled some of their work, and it is wonderful. Now, of course, this is a DC Comics event, so I shouldn't have my hopes up that it'll be 100% perfect, and chances are I will have my moments of blood-curdling rage, but so far that doesn't seem evident. Okay, let's get the show on the road. I'm just gonna go through them all because there are a lot of them that were released, so please bear with me. So I'm just going to make these as quick and dirty as possible, unscripted, and just give you my brief opinions on all of them. So let's begin. Brainiac, the real Brainiac, this godlike machine who exists between dimensions beyond time and space, has been gathering parallel Earths, remnants of parallel Earths, from doomed timelines or alternate realities. He's been storing them here, kind of like one of the other Brainiacs that were collecting cities, and I guess kind of preserving them, managing them, and protecting them for who knows what. And he has an assistant called Talos. Talos is the one who watches over these cities for Brainiac, manages them, preserves them, sustains them. However, Brainiac for some reason is gone. So, Talos decides to have this wonderful idea to do with the cities. Lower down the domes and let each of these captive cities fight for their very survival. And so far, that's the lowdown of Convergence. As much as I really wish that this was indeed a new reboot, it is not. I mean, yeah, a reboot would be lovely, and considering the comics right now with Convergence, it would be such a good idea. So far, it's enjoyable, so let's enjoy it while we can. The main Convergence book is okay. I didn't talk about issue 0 because issue 0 I was just bored halfway through with just Talos talking and talking. That's the one thing I really don't like. Yeah, you can have your villain monologue, but when it goes too long, it becomes pretentious and boring. And also, it's Scott Lobdell, so you know he likes his monologuings in his text boxes. It's ugh. As for issue number 1, we see what happened with the Earth 2's Justice League. They're pretty much devastated that their world is gone, and of course they are going to be the group that we are focusing on, and pretty much they're going to be the group that's going to be fighting Talos, you know, since he's having all these other cities fight each other, and the Earth 2 Justice League are helpless but to watch. It's okay, it sets up the premise and what's going to happen, who we're going to follow, what villain we're going to fight, what Talos has in store. And of course, it's still kind of exciting, you know, they're still putting up a fight. It's just okay, there's nothing much to say about it. The artwork is still good too, but kind of standard, it's flashy, but still standard for New 52 art. So Convergence, main book, it's okay. It's as the main book, but the real excitement is from all the other books, such as the first one that I read, Convergence, Superman #1, and it was glorious, and it's by Dan Jurgens, and it's the perfect title to start with. Aside from Convergence #1, if you were to read any of the Convergence titles, pick Superman #1. That is where you should start. It is a complete first issue story. We see what's happened with Clark and Lois since they've been under the dome, supposedly for a year. We see what they've been up to. We see how they're doing. We see how the other people in Gotham are doing. We see how they're coping. We also established villains. We also established that Superman didn't have any powers while under the dome, but now he has them back again. Who he's going to have to fight. What conflict is going to happen. And it ends on it's a cliffhanger that made me want more. I cannot wait a week. Dang it, that ending. Wow, Dan Jurgens. And of course, it's old-fashioned pre-New 52 Superman, so I am so happy. When I got started to reading Convergence, I was so fortunate to see old pre-New 52 Superman. I nearly cried. Dan Jurgens is a guy who really understands Superman. To check out other works, try Superman Birthright, but yes, Dan Jurgens really understands Superman, and his writing wonderful. If you're gonna start with any other of the Convergence spin-off books, try Superman #1. It is a complete story with a writer who understands Superman. We know what's going on, we know what it's gonna happen, we know the status quo, and even the art is wonderful. Next, of course, Titans. Again, like with Superman #1, we get to see how our characters are doing, how our heroes are doing. Roy, apparently, is doing better. Apparently, with some of the cities, they're actually doing better than others. They're actually being smart and working together, you know, try to stay together, work as a community, and try not to fall apart as opposed to the other dome cities, which we will get into, that many of these domed communities, these other cities, are trying their best to hold on to their sanity and work together as a community and not fall apart. Normally, in this kind of situation, when a city is domed, you would think, oh, they're all going to start riots, no one's going to tell them what to do, no one's going to stand in their way, and you think it's going to all be anarchy and chaos. With some cases, for most cases here, it's not. Many of these cities are acting smart and rationing whatever resources they have, working together to sustain themselves, and also Roy has shown that he has gotten better, trying to do everything in his power to make his daughter Leanne's death mean something, and that's, I guess, his motivation for all that he's done. You know, he built a shelter and everything. So in terms of enjoyment from this book, I loved it. We got to learn a lot about Roy, what he's gone through over the years, the loss he's been through, and also we see what he's been up to and his development. The artwork is also very wonderful, and I loved it. And that ending, like with Superman #1, that ending, Fabian Nicieza, you do wonderful work. It's a complete story. We get to know what's been going on with Roy. We know what the status quo is going to be. We see our villains, and it gives us an ending that makes us want more. I want to say it, but no, you have to go read it. That's how good this thing is. Then we have Speed Force with Wally West and his family. So far, we also see what he's been going through, and he's pretty much taking it hard because he doesn't know what has happened to his wife. He's trying to be the best dad that he can be to try and make up for getting them stuck underneath that dome in the first place. Obviously, Wally feels that way. For this one, yes, we get to see what Wally has been up to, how he's doing, a little bit of his mental state. People keep saying that he's kind of crazy. We also kind of see the status quo and see who he's going to be fighting against, and also who he's teaming up with. Some turtle thing from California. Sorry, I'm not familiar with Captain Carrot. Sorry. But it's good. There's a lot of energy. The art is very, very vibrant. You really feel for Wally, and also you really, really hope that he will survive this, considering his opponent. Holy crap. Sorry, but yes, this one, really good. We get to see what happened with Wally. There's even a lot of information for new readers with these Convergence titles. A lot of really first-time information for newcomers, and honestly, so far, these titles seem to be more effective in getting new readers than the first batch of New 52 titles. Try and debate with me on that, but damn, these are really good. And these really do catch the attention of new readers. Speed Force, really, really good. For all of you Flash fans, pick this up. Next, we have Nightwing and Oracle. Okay, I don't ship them together. I'm more of a Starfire and Nightwing fan. And I'm starting to see a little bit of a love triangle between the three. Gail Simone, perfect for this title. Because, of course, she understands Barbara's character. Wheelchair-bound Oracle Barbara. Crime is going down. There's no point in committing crime. Mr. Freeze is getting tired of it. The cops aren't afraid of the criminals. They know they're going to go to jail and not put up a fight because they also know it's pointless. And we start seeing the tension, you know. Some people are losing morale. Some people are not feeling motivated to do anything anymore. You know, you live under a dome for a year, things are gonna happen. Morale is gonna drop. Not everybody can stay positive or put on a happy face forever, or keep it together. And Oracle is trying her best to keep Nightwing happy, to keep Dick happy. And also, there's a lot of tension in this book between the two. Even though I don't ship them or whatever, I'd never agreed to have them together, it's still a good read, and also a lot to deal with Barbara's character. That even though she's wheelchair bound, she still can surprise you in the end. In Nightwing and Oracle, all odds are being pushed against them. That Nightwing and Oracle, they're not going to be able to stand up against evil Thanagarian technology or anything. That it almost seems pointless. Nightwing doesn't want to stop fighting, but Oracle, it almost seems like she's giving up, but at the end, she will surprise you. So, this one, for any of you Oracle fans, get this book. And it's Gail Simone, so you know she knows. You know that this book is in good hands with Gail Simone. Batgirl, again, written by Gail Simone. Tim's in it, but doesn't do much. Cassandra, still unbearable as usual, still hard to be around, and I feel so sorry for Stephanie. Stephanie really trying to prove herself, and wow, I feel bad for her because she's gonna have to defend the city. It's a good thing she has help. And they face Catman. Oh my gosh, yes. Mostly backstory, and also mostly Stephanie dealing with Cassandra. I feel so sorry for her. And it's a good read, you know, it's in Gail Simone's hands, and the last part didn't surprise me. I wish it was less flashback, more plot, I guess. Yeah, flashbacks are part of plot, however, I would like to see less flashback, more main story in what they're gonna have to do. I know they're gonna fight, I know who they're gonna fight, it's okay. Not the best, but okay. And it's in Gail Simone's hands, and it's a Batgirl title, so Batgirl plus Gail Simone equals good. Although the art, not my favorite. Now, the question. Okay, I don't know a lot about Renee Montoya's character, but it's still good. We see what's going on with her and her side of Gotham. It's dingy, it's not well put together, people are struggling to survive. There's good action, a lot of good dialogue, and her interaction with Two-Face, really, really good, and that ending. Ugh, yes! It's okay. Now, for those who are Ray Palmer fans, Adam fans, brace yourselves for this one. It's kind of weird. I kind of liked it, and the art's okay. It's just very bizarre, and I don't think the Adam could have, you know, does that with his hand. I almost thought this was like a Mr. Fantastic moment, but it's an okay one, but I mean, it's kind of obvious. Time Under the Dome, it doesn't do well with everybody. Everybody deals with the dome one way or another. Some people are dealing with it well, some people not so much. And we do dip into that some people are dealing with the dome situation well, some not. Some are just really trying to cope with it. And Ray, it's just kind of weird, you know, he's just crazy right now, but it does get entertaining, especially with the fight scene with the extremist guy and that ending. This just got crazier, but it might make sense later. It was okay, not great, weird, but still entertaining and okay. And that's with a lot of these titles. Even if they weren't the best, they were still good. They told a complete story. For the most part, if not a lot of it, like 95% of them, told a complete story from beginning to end, the way a first issue should. They told us what's been going on. We established the status quo. We established the villains. We established the conflict that they're gonna be facing, and it's exciting and fun, and the artwork for the most part is great, and we just see different sides of Gotham that are coping with the dome situation or not coping at all. Honestly, just seeing the old pre-New 52 universe as someone who really longs for it, this is wonderful. And it's like we were able to take all the good stories from our shelves that were put away and read them again. I really, really loved it. I really loved Superman, the Titans, Speed Force, Nightwing, and Oracle, and they just blew my mind to certain degrees. There's bits of confusion here and there, but you can live with them. There are some problems, but you can live with some of the unconfirmed inconsistencies or lapse of logic. But then again, we are in a different dimension, beyond time and space, controlled by a robot. A lot of fun, well written, and they're in really good hands, and it feels like the writers are being given all the freedom in the world to go crazy with these characters that we know that they are capable of writing. Characters that these creators know best, like Gail Simone with Batgirl, or Oracle, or Dan Jurgens with Superman, or Fabian Nicieza with the Titans. These are all wonderful choices. Maybe this is a sign that DC editorial is getting better and they're putting about a different direction. Let's hope that's the case. But so far, these Convergence titles, all of them, recommended. So guys, please tell me what you thought of these issues. Please comment, please subscribe, tell me what you think, and I will see you later.